Okay, in this particular training, I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to connect System.io to a Google Domains domain name. Okay, so and there's some key things that are consistent throughout, no matter if you use Namecheap or GoDaddy or Google Domains, or I keep getting people that have all kinds of different companies that are selling domains at this point. But the fundamentals of this are the same. Okay, so first you're going to start with your System.io. You're going to go over here to where your settings are underneath your picture, or maybe just a little avatar thing. Click on settings, go over here to the left and click on custom domains, and then you're going to click on add domain. So I have one called deeringcoaching.com. Okay, now you're just going to want to put deeringcoaching.com, not the www or anything like that in it, and you're going to click excuse me, you do have to have the www. Okay, must begin with www. My apologies. So you must put in the www. Okay, and then you click save. If you don't, you're going to get that error. I use so many of these, I forget myself. Okay, I'm going to leave this window up because you're going to need this information. And here's the key, and I'm going to say this a ton of times. On the left side, you do not put the .deeringcoaching.com or whatever your domain is in any of the records, the CNAME or either of these CNAME records. So in other words, for the first CNAME record, all you're going to put is www in the one part, or I'll show you. And then in the other CNAME, you're only going to go up to this 4 for my case. Yours is going to be different numbers and everything else. But you don't put the the dot so-and-so. Over here, you're going to copy everything as it stands, dots and all. Okay? So I'm going to leave that up there. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this part here right now, just to get a heads up here. And you can do Command C on a Mac or Control C on a PC. And then I'm going to go over here to Google Domains. And on Google Domains, here's the domains. Now, I've transferred one from GoDaddy over here, Deering Academy, but this one here is a brand new one. So I'm going to go over here to where it says Manage. And then I'm going to scroll all the way down where you see it says Use Custom Name Servers for your domain. I'm going to click on that, and here's where you can add the record. Okay? So the type that you're going to add is CNAME. The host for that first one, remember, was www. Okay, and see how it automatically added that on. So if I look what happens if I put deeringcoaching.com, I get www.deeringcoaching.com.deeringcoaching.com. Do not want to do that, and most of the domain servers or domain hosting companies out there have that same thing. If you put that on, they're already going to put it on. And then under the data, we're going to paste that CloudFront. Okay. Then I'm going to say, you could save this and then create another record, but I'm just going to say create new record from here. Again, it's going to be a CNAME. I'm going to go back over to the dashboard. I'm now just going to grab all the way up to the 4, not the dot. Command or Control C, go back over here. I'm going to paste that part in here. I'm going to go back to System.io. I'm going to grab this whole thing. Command C or Control C. Come over here, and I'm going to paste it in here. And now I'm going to save those. Now, essentially, you're done, except for one thing that people are forgetting. Right now, once this goes live, everybody that goes to your URL is going to have to type in that www, because if you remember, this over here is looking for the www. Now I can refresh this, and my guess is it's still going to say pending. It'll be that way for the next 20 or 30 minutes, but it's tied to www. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go, let's see, under advanced settings, and I'm not sure where this is. Maybe it's under custom names. Oh, wait, nope. Actually, we're going to go back. See, I'm learning too on this. We're going to go back here. We're going to go to, it's down here. And, let's see. There's a spot. Forward. I'll pause this a second. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is go, when you're in the domain overview here, you're going to click on website. So again, if I go back to my domain, I'm going to click on my domain, got the overview, I'm going to click on website, okay? And then I'm going to see where it says set up forwarding. I'm going to set up forwarding, and it's saying forward from Deering.com. So I want to forward this to www.deeringcoaching.com or WOM. and say forward. That way, this is my domain. It's actually probably maybe doing it already, but I'm going to make sure. So I'm going to say forward. Some of your current services name will be affected. I don't care. Yes, replace. Okay, so I'm going to go back to domain overview just because I saw that now. I'm going to make sure that my domain servers. Okay, I've got this one and I've got this one. Those all look good, and I'm forwarding it to www. So I should be good to go. Now I'm going to test this out here real quick. DeeringCoaching.com or .como. And I've got a Google error, so let's see if www is going to give it to me. Okay, so it's still trying to do its thing. So I go back over here and I do a refresh. It's still pending. So I'm going to pause again and come back when it's validated and ready to use. Okay, so it's been about less than an hour. I didn't time it, I probably should have, but it's been less than an hour since we got this all done, and just refreshed it, and it says ready to use. Now, there's two things that you can do. I want to share with you. One is I would recommend going here and clicking on the three dots across from your new domain and selecting Mark as default, clicking confirm, and now the check goes up here, and now it's your default. The other thing that I would do is I would go to my funnels. I would go into my funnel. I would go to the settings up here in the upper right in the middle, and I would choose your new domain and then save it. Okay, now you notice it changed down here. It was that system. Now here's one thing I'm seeing people do too, is that they said, well, I haven't got it done yet, but I'm using the System.io, but it doesn't come up. Remember, you've got something on the end of it. Okay, so if you don't want something on the end of this, with your when you go to the System.io one, so let's go back here real quick. If I'm using the default because my other domain isn't up yet, then I've got to use this opt-in here. So when I copy the link and I go to this page, it's going to give me that /opt-in in there, and then it's going to work. Okay. If you try to just use this part, even though it's got your name in it and all that other stuff, it's going to say, we don't understand that. Okay, now, you might be able to go here and get rid of that altogether, okay, and save it. But you see what it says? Funnel step of the same path already exists. So it's not going to let you do that typically. So I would put whatever you're going to be using in there. Okay, if you're just going to be using this. Now, if you're going to go back here to the settings and change it to your domain, then I would certainly recommend that you get rid of that. I know I would. And then you can go up here to deeringcoaching.como.com without putting a / and yep, you see now it didn't work because I forgot to put www. But as soon as I put the www in there, it works fine. I hope this makes sense. Now, the one thing I saw was that if you, and hopefully you watch this to the end, and again, here I am on dnschecker.com, and you'll see that it hasn't propagated all over yet, but it's, even though it's got a green check, it's pointing to Google here. Here it's pointing to system. Google system, and so forth. But one of the things that I found is when I did the forwarding, I had to get rid of the forwarding. How you get rid of the forwarding is you go back here to the website, and there'll be a thing here that says terminate forwarding or end forwarding or whatever, and you just click on that. But and I might be able to edit the DNS from here also. But the bottom line is if you don't have the CNAME that's got www in it and pointing here, these two, then it's not going to work. And once you do the forward, it even tells you that, hey, we may be modifying these records. And after I went in and looked, it had gotten rid of this one and changed it with another one. So I'm not sure on Google domains if that forwarding issue is really an issue. But I know on GoDaddy you do have to do the forwarding. So I hope this helps. I hope this will get you through getting your domain at system.io connected